Hi guys, how are you guys doing? I hope all of you guys are doing great. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys have done, and thank you guys for all the love and support that you've showed me as well in my channel. And yeah, thank you guys so much for subscribing. You guys are the best, and I really do appreciate you guys. So sorry about the delayment in posting my videos. I've been kind of busy up and down dealing with schoolwork and also exams, but right now I'm also free though. Yeah, so I will also be posting. I'm trying to figure out if I should post twice a week or once, but I will see how things go and then I'll let you guys know about it. But anyways, before we start the video, please do give it a thumbs up and do like, share and comment as well, and please turn on your bell notifications so that you'll be able to be notified once I upload a new video. So let's get started into the video. So today my topic will be self-esteem. What is self-esteem according to you guys? How do you guys understand self-esteem? What are your views about self-esteem? According to me, self-esteem is how someone feels about themselves. How do you really feel about yourself? Do you feel like you're more confident, or do you feel like you're a bit shy? And yeah, because day-to-day life there's so many things that tend to lower self-esteem. One would include bullying, others would be the way you've been raised in community, because in this world each and everyone has their own way of okay, they all have their opinions on what on our everyday life, whatever. Even though the way you dress, people always find ways to comment, is it good, is it not good? People tend to comment most of the time on how we behave or how we interact with each other, even with friends and family. People tend to comment and look at that. So in the African culture, each and everyone is more of your parent, I guess. Or no, it was if you're dressed the way you're dressed and you walk around in the streets, if it's something that is very short, you'll see people looking at you, complaining, and even some of the good people just come approach you and then tell you that whatever you're wearing is not correct. But anyways, let's go to self-esteem. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself. So you personally, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're you're not confident about yourself, or there's some things that make you feel uncomfortable or insecure about your own body or your inner self? Yeah, one will be the main self-esteem is basically how someone feels about themselves, or in the psychological terms it will be referred to someone's worth, or someone's worth or their value of self-living. Sometimes we are in this situation whereby things don't seem to be going our way and things are just so bad, until you even start losing hope. You start saying okay, now if I'm trying my best and I'm still failing, and then it's best if I just give up. But the thing is, never ever try and give up. Always work so hard in your self-esteem, because it's one thing that matters most in our lives. So self-esteem helps us in our everyday life. It helps you be yourself, because without self-esteem you'll be this kind of person who is just there and forcing themselves to live on or catch up with their friends and so on, or is someone who's just trying to fit in into this community or society. Because once you have low self-esteem, there's some things that you'll end up trying to distance yourself from, even the normal activities that you used to do. If it's swimming, basketball, football, you'll tend to find yourself kind of not doing the things you love doing, because you keep on doubting yourself, oh, now if I go do this, I might not give it my best and I might fail in that. And then with self-esteem, the way we have been raised in our families or homes really have a big impact in our lives. For example, if you are raised in a home where everyone is very supportive of you in everything you do, people are just ready to say yes, you're doing right, they encourage you no matter how many times you failed, they keep on motivating you. That's these kinds of families are the ones that help build us up and build our self-esteem up, because even though how many times you fail, people say that we all learn from our mistakes, and yes, the more you fail, the more you learn. So that way it gives you that energy to continue and continue with what you're doing and aim for the best, aim for a higher goal. Where in some families, whatever you try and do, people will be like, no, you can't do that. Even though you see that this time, since I failed the last class, let me try, what about, why don't I try this one, I'm sure I'll get a good mark. People will be like, no, 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 for you, since you failed this time, you're a failure, and I know you're not going to do anything. So just by saying something negative to someone, obviously everything that they had planned, or the thing that they were willing to do, has just been crushed like that. So with self-esteem, any small negative word that someone has been told or given just completely crushes them. So in order for someone's self-esteem to be high, he or she needs to be staying in an environment where everyone is very supportive, encouraging, so that they'll be able to do their everyday life styles, or do everything that they always do, be it work, be it school, be it anything, they'll be able to do that. So with self-esteem, if you have high self-esteem, and this for these people who are going to school and so on, with high self-esteem, they'll be able to socialize more with people, and they'll be able to like answer if in case they're like challenged, they'll be able to like find solutions to their own problems. Well, as those who are not, or their self-esteem is a bit low, you tend to find this kind of people tend to shy away from community. They tend to like not want to be with people around. So all they do is just sit at the corner and keep quiet. If it's in class presentation, they're normal about these people who never say anything in class, or they're very quiet, because they feel like if I try saying this, then people say that I'm wrong. But no, that's not the case. It's just that if for example, if you're with a friend and all they do is just keep quiet, or they're very shy to go and approach a lecturer or their colleagues, try and encourage them, push them to like actually do it, because they just need a little bit of push, so that they can be able to achieve their goals. Because that with self-esteem, if you're really a friend to someone who is very quiet, very shy, and is scared to do certain kinds of things, you be the good friend, or you be the grown-up who always encourages your friend to always aim for a higher goal. Let him or her, let them always do what they want, even though how shy they are. The moment you keep on pushing and say, yes, you can do it, you will find out that they'll even tend to do more than what you had expected. So with self-esteem is really important for us, so that we can be able to carry out with our day-to-day activities. Self-esteem also helps us interact with others actually. So without self-esteem, I'm not sure, people will not be able to like go out, interact, socialize, because they're not confident about themselves. The more you are confident about yourself, your self-esteem is high. When your self-esteem is low, you tend to find that even going out, you won't even want to go out, because you're like, nah, if I go out, what will I say to these people? How will they react if I just keep quiet? So you see, such kind of things tend to like disturb those people who are not so confident about themselves, that you see that they won't even want to go for social gatherings. All they want to do is just be alone in their room and just cut off the world, people around the world. But the more that they are pushed, the more that they are listened to or heard, it will really help them. It will have a very big impact in their lives. So even this goes out to parents also. The way you also raise your children also has a very big impact in their life. If you want your child to always be someone who is very confident, who is always outgoing and so on, you need to be encouraging them, even though they're doing anything, even though they're singing, dancing, just encourage them so that you boost up their confidence, and their self-esteem will obviously come up. But if you're this kind of a person who never ever pays attention to your children, or this kind of person who obviously snaps or becomes angry very easily, and then at the end you tend to lash out at your children, or so that also has a very big impact on them. When you are pissed at something, please do not act in anger, or never ever say something negative to someone, because it will really damage them, or it will lower the self-esteem. Because the moment you go to someone when you're very annoyed and they ask you a question, what's wrong with you, and don't you have a brain, such kind of things really crush someone, because you can easily say that to your friend, and then the friend will always start doubting themselves, because they wanted help from you, and the way you responded to them just crushed everything, even though they had very small hope or like doing what they had planned to do. Just by a small negative word that you will tell them, just will destroy everything about them. They won't even want to continue with that. They'll just think that, okay, maybe my friend is right, so let me just leave it because he said that I'm not able to do that. Once someone starts doubting themselves, then things will obviously not go the way he or she says. But to be a good friend, to be a big brother or a good parent, please always encourage your children, or also for the youth, do encourage each other. Try to motivate one another to at least do the things that they always do. Please keep on checking up on your friends and make sure that they're alright. There's so many people who know how to hide their feelings, and they won't even say anything to anyone that maybe they're stressed or depressed. Try come close to your friends. Always tend to check up on them every day, because everyone has a small problem that they're dealing with, but they would always want someone to give them a listening ear. So please listen to your friends and be someone who always encourages them, even though they're trying to give up on hope. Just always encourage them, at least so that you can lift up their self-esteem. So always be there for one another. And during this COVID period, there's so many people who are dealing with depression. Others are dealing with stress, because this period, to be honest, is just another mess. So each and everyone is either stressed sometimes, maybe financially people are not stable, and everything, maybe the things we want to do is not happening. So you tend to find that someone is very depressed or very stressed out. Just at least be there for them. Always listen to them and try and help where possible. If it means talking to them and giving them words of encouragement, please do. And even though it means that at least you both see them and make them laugh, it's really good, because it's really, the more you keep on doing that, it really helps the person mental state, because you will get out of that feeling sad and lonely to at least, wow, my friend made up my day, so I'm really happy. So please never ever say anything negative to anyone, because it will really lower the self-esteem. Never ever. Any small word, even though calling someone stupid, or saying you're a failure, or saying that you're someone. I'm really sorry about the background noise. It's as if there's some cars that are trying to race around here. But anyways, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, as I was saying, to be able to support your friends and also guide and protect, help them build up their self-esteem, always be there for them and always listen to what they say. So why is self-esteem important to us, and what are the benefits? Self-esteem is important because it helps us go on with our day-to-day lifestyles, and even when you're working or anywhere, the more you have self-esteem, you're more confident, and you're able to do things or tasks that you think were a bit challenging, but you'll always find a way to maneuver around that. So self-esteem is really important for us. The second point will be one second. The other thing will be self-esteem. Also, when you have a lower self-esteem, it also has a way of affecting your thinking, because the more your self-esteem is lower, you tend to say that, okay, you start thinking either positively or negatively. So the more your self-esteem is a bit low, you tend to see things at a negative point of view. And when your self-esteem is high, you start thinking, okay, so I've tried, at least I've done this and it turned out great, so why don't I? You see, you become more positive. The way you think, everything becomes positive. So self-esteem is very good for us, because it helps us think ahead. You'll always be able to think ahead and so on. When your self-esteem is not that high, you tend to see things on the opposite side of you. So self-esteem really is really good for us, and we should always try and boost our self-esteem. The other thing is, self-esteem also affects the way we take care of ourselves. Why? With self-esteem, of course, you'll be confident and you'll even feel good in your own body. But the way you dress, someone can say, wow, okay, this one is today is someone who's good and confident. Someone can easily judge. But when your self-esteem is low, you tend to see okay, you're this kind of people who just like chilling and not even dressing up. Sometimes you just there, you feel like, okay, when the wind, how this saying is, when you're pushed when the wind blows to the left, you're there. When the wind blows to the right, you're also there. So always, self-esteem helps you stand firm, and even though wind comes and blowing, you'll always stay focused on the destination you want to go to. So self-esteem is really, really important for us. So with that said, what are the benefits of self-esteem? Well, self-esteem can Okay, with self-esteem, it really helps you to be yourself. You can be yourself, do things you love doing. Always, like when you're yourself, you're always free around friends. You can have jokes, do this, do that. So self-esteem helps you with that, and self-esteem also helps you thinking how you think, because when the more you have high self-esteem, you'll be even more confident about yourself. You do things you like doing. You're just there. So self-esteem is really important to us. The other thing is self-esteem helps boost up your confidence as well. I normally tend to think that the two go together, but anyways, self-esteem also boosts up your confidence. With self-esteem, you tend to, it's very good because even though you go out for example internship, you're more confident and you're sure about what you're going to do. But for other some reasons, you tend to say like, okay, today things are not going my way, so you end up doubting yourself and doing the wrong things. But it's always good to have a good high self-esteem, and also the more you have when your esteem is high, you'll also be confident about yourself. You'll be confident about whoever is around you. You'll be able to have someone else also boost up with their self-esteem. So when you're low, you'll tend to think nothing is going your way, and you slowly start to give up in life because you tried this, it's not working. You tried the other thing, it's also not working. So you start doubting yourself and start remembering what your aunties or friends told you some other time back that you're a failure, and that thing will keep on repeating itself in your mind, and that will really, really affect you. So please do make it a habit, communicate to your friends, ask how they're doing, and also you take care of yourself. And the days that you're not feeling well, or you feel like today is not my day, and you're just completely unsure of what you're going to do, or sometimes when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you just feel like everything is just a mess. Just always speak positive to yourself and remind yourself that yes, even though today I'm not in the right state of mind, I know things will go well. So always try and help others, also pull them along with you, and always try and encourage one another. That's what I always say to my friends. No matter what the situation is, just try and communicate to each other, motivate one another. That's the key, because even though it's your best friend or your friends or your classmates, just try and encourage one another. Even before you go for a presentation, always tell your colleagues that yes, you guys are going to go there and you're going to be the best. So that they go will feel motivated. So just continue being with them and help them out. And let's also not compare ourselves, because there are these people who say that, okay, this one is in the university and I dropped out before you reaching the university. We are all equal, so we should treat each other as equals. Don't say that, okay, I'm at the university, this one has not finished, so he's not supposed to be in the same class with me. That's wrong. We should always interact with each other as friends, no matter what the circumstance is, even though they've dropped out or not. Just always encourage your friends, let them do other activities, let them do hands-on work. Just let them be themselves. Never ever say that, okay, you're a failure, you've not finished school, you just sit there, nothing will happen to you. That statement alone will really break someone. But the more you encourage someone, even though they've dropped out of school or not, they will always do better, because that way, the way you keep on encouraging them, you also boost up their self-esteem. With that, they can even conquer anything that they want. But the moment you say something negative to someone, just know you're ending there, you're crushing their dreams. So always never ever listen to criticism from other people, because no one really wishes someone well. So if you don't want your self-esteem to be lowered, or you don't want these negative things to bring you down, just always focus on the positives. If someone comes and discourages you or says nasty things about you, just always stay focused. You know who you are. Just remain focused. Do you. Or even though they say you're a failure, it's okay. That's their own opinion. So what about you? What do you feel about yourself? So always tend to encourage each other. With that said, please have a blessed day. Continue to love each other and share this video with friends. I'm sure that maybe there's someone out there going through a difficult time. Let them also get to know that it's good to love yourselves. And yeah, please stay safe and be blessed. I'll see you guys in my next video, and thank you so much for viewing the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and do leave comments in the description box below. Thank you so much, and I'll also be posting my social media handles on the description box below, so that you guys will be able to interact on social media, or you can even talk about anything that you guys would like. So thank you guys so much, and have a blessed day. See you guys in my next video. Bye.